Hey there, wow friends. I have a special breathing exercise for you today. It's going to be short, it's going to be brief, but my hope is that you'll practice it with me a few times and then you'll take that through to the practice of your life. And it could be something you could kick off your morning meditation with. It could be something that you use to prepare yourself for an important meeting or to get your settled into the groove for a deadline or something that's going on at work or a family occasion. All those big moments where you might feel that the energy is taking you up, up, up and up and you need to settle back down. You know, we often say in yoga that the experience, the state of being in yoga is an evenness of mind. And that's the breath practice we're going to explore today. The evenness of the breath, the quality of the breath and the even, fluid, smooth fluctuation of the breath, the rise, the pause, the fall, the pause, will then be reflected in the quality of the mind. The quality of the breath, the high quality of the mind, then translated into high quality life. Such a good thing. To get yourself settled, you can be sitting on the ground, on a cushion, you could be sitting in a chair, on your couch. Just make sure you can feel really grounded in what you're sitting upon, both sit bones grounded, and that you could be comfortable for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It might be that you do one of my pre-exercises that I've got on YouTube, moving into meditation. It could be that you just put on your favorite soundtrack and jump around the room, or wiggling around on your yoga mat for 5 minutes or so. Just do whatever it is you need to do to move the energy of your day or whatever what was to really get in here to take your seat. And I'll see you really soon. Let's get started. Okay, now that you're in your comfortable seat, make any final adjustments. So the bowl shape of the pelvis feels really broad, and you can find that nice stable base to grow up tall through your spine, expanding your collarbones wide, and all the way up, growing tall up through the crown of your head. And you'll start to just simply trace the movement of your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. You feel the cool air coming in through both nostrils as you breathe in, and the warm air as it dances on your upper lip as you breathe out. As simple as that to start off with, just getting you here in your body, aware and attuned to the breath that you're bringing into the practice today. The breath that is the sublime life force energy that connects within and without. And at a point where it feels comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to close your eyes and just simply follow the sound of my voice, follow the instructions as best you can. As you soften and close your eyes and you take your experience inwards, you might become more attuned to the movement of the breath in your inner landscape. When you inhale, where the in-breath easily flows in your body, what opens up. And the out-breath, where the release comes from as you let go of the exhale.
Are you watching this, Ariel?
Good, really good. Now I'm going to invite you to follow a specific breath pattern, and it's called Samavriti breath. Sama meaning same, and vritti meaning fluctuation. So same fluctuation. And we're going to add a breath count, and it will be the same breath count for your inhale. And a pause at the top of your inhale as you hold your breath. Same breath count for your exhale. And a pause at the bottom of your breath. You hold your breath out for the same count. So there's 4 phases that we're focusing on. The inhale, the pause, the hold at the top, and we want to hold it without struggle. The exhale, and the pause, the hold at the bottom. So you can almost think of it like a square. You're drawing a square with your breath, and it's even on all sides. Now I'm going to suggest that we start with a breath count of 4, and I will talk you through the first few rounds so you can get into that even flow of the Samavriti breath. And at that point you might notice, if particularly of the hold of the breath at the top of the inhale or the bottom of the exhale, it feels like there's struggle, you might reduce the breath count to a count of 3. Or it might be that you could slowly, with practice, repetition over time, that's our sadhana, that's our practice, that you could start to add on a count of 2, working your way up to a count of 6 or perhaps even 8. We'll start with 4. It's a really good place to start. So first let's just inhale together. And a long, long exhale. And we begin. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And keep going in your own time. Your own breath count of 4. Or it might be that you reduce the count to 3. Or you might play with it adding on to a count of 5. And as you keep going with that Samavriti breath, start to notice the qualities as you hold your breath after the inhale. And the qualities that you feel as you hold your breath after the exhale. Perhaps noticing a sense of quiet, a sense of vast spaciousness, a balance of fullness, of emptiness. And those pauses between the inhale and the exhale. those pauses where a sense of clarity and calm, a higher attunement, a higher awareness can be accessed. Continue to practice this Samavriti breath, continuing to count your breath in even flow through all 4 phases of the breath. If you find you start to wander away from that breath count, you get stuck in a particular thought form, which is just simply contracted energy, replaying a conversation, a to-do list, or thinking about what's ahead rather than what's now, what you feel now, that's okay. Just notice that movement away from, and how you can resource and anchor yourself back in with this very simple breath count. And each time you find yourself moving away from, just make the very conscious choice to practice high quality breath by coming back to the breath count, the Samavriti breath pattern. And do one more round of that Samavriti breath for yourself. And drop that particular breath pattern. Come back to your even natural breath without regulating the count and the breath hold. And take in the aftertaste of that particular pranayama exercise, that breath-focused exercise. And what you now feel. Perhaps what is now different from when you first sat down. Acknowledging the evidence of this clear, calm, spacious, vast space in a territory that is you. And as you sit with this, I'm going to articulate some questions, and I just simply invite you to allow the words to rain down on you like dewy mist. And just let them settle upon you without rushing to answer. Just continuing to follow your even natural breath. Who or what are you without your thoughts? Who or what are you without your preferences and your aversions? Who or what are you without your mental constructs, your preconceived ideas, your assumptions, your beliefs, your stories, your past? Who or what are you without your dramas, without your illnesses, without your diseases, without your assumed limitations? Who or what are you without your roles, your responsibilities, your job title, your paycheck, your identities? Who or what are you without your home, your family, your community, your country? Who or what are you right here, right now? As you let those questions settle upon you, allow the questions to live with your breath as you continue to follow your breath. Without rushing to answer, just what you feel right here, right now. Allow those questions to live within you. To live with the evidence of what you feel right here, right now. Who or what are you without your thoughts? Who or what are you without your preferences and aversions? Who or what are you without your mental constructs, your ideas, your assumptions, your beliefs, your stories, without your dramas, your illnesses, your diseases, your perceived limitations, without your past, without your roles, your responsibilities, your identities, without your possessions, your stuff, without your home, without your family, without your community, without your country. Beneath all of that, right here, right now, who or what are you? The invitation is to continue to breathe with that question this week, to live those questions this week. And if it feels appropriate for you to continue to sit for another 5 or 10 minutes for your meditation practice, absolutely do that, honor that. If it feels appropriate to now journal or to now move with those questions, absolutely do that. Wherever you go, stay close to yourself. Thank you so much for embracing these practices with me. Now you go. You do you. You be you. Namaste.